Oh well, for once it's actually immediately recording the game. And I'm in Maria's room, with drugs on the floor. What happened here? What happened here? I woke up in Maria's room and there's drugs. Uh, Hello everyone. Welcome to the finale of Pathologic Classic HD. This is the end of Clara Route. It's unfortunate that Clara Route is shorter than the other routes. We were playing like 2 days, getting through 2 days of stream, which is just crazy. And today we're probably gonna get through another 2 days. Okay, how was the Ghost concert, everybody? The company paid for employee-wide Ghost tickets. Did you guys got your tickets, right? And you guys went to the Ghost concert? What'd you guys think? I feel incomplete now, huh? Guys, check your spam folders. What do you mean you missed the Ghost concert? Check your spam folders. It's not my fault if the ticket got sent to your spam folder. Yeah, so short, sadly. Okay. I want to show off the ghost stuff, my ghost stuff on my Instagram. I don't know if you may have seen it or not. Polyhedron shaped
Great
lamps. I was just
souls
thinking
are
that.
not those who have fewer passions and more virtues.
Anyway, quiet down. Quiet. This is at 63. I went to it in spirit. Ah, I want to go back. It's not fair that it's a 1 day thing. I've been waiting once for a few hours. That's crazy. Anyway, in case you guys don't know, I think my Instagram is linked in some videos, but this is my Instagram. This is the outfit I wore. It's kind of hard to see all the details and whatnot because it's kind of a catfish photo. It's in the dark. You can't see much. But this is the exact outfit I wore. I decided not to go with the face paint, but I got a few compliments. We were promised a costume reveal. Yeah, I posted this on Instagram forever ago. But yeah, this is what I wore. I had like a shoulder cape. I had skeleton gloves. The shoulder cape, I sewed like purple fabric on the inside, and then you can't see it, but along my wrists were like big ribbons hanging off, big purple ribbons, and then I had a vest with holes in it, and on the inside of the holes were purple fabric. Um, Maybe I will show off a better picture of that someday. But for now, I'm okay with the dark lighting, and you can barely see anything. I love to catfish. Here's the ghost loot. I got these shirts, magazine, lanyard, keyring, wristband, and key holder. And then, in case you didn't know, the Ghost concert was a phone free experience. So as soon as you get in the arena, a bunch of people they take your phone, they give you this pouch, and they secure it in the pouch with the lock here. And at the end of the show, they unlock it for you, and then you hand the pouch back to them. I stole the pouch because I wanted it. As soon as I knew that they were doing these pouches, I was like, I'm taking a pouch home with me. That's part of my merch. That's coming. It was always coming home with me. So yeah, I stole that. I was the only person in my friend group I went with that stole it. But it's worth it. I want more ghost merch. This counts. And then since it was a phone-free experience, they had a each show has a few professional photos taken that are unique to each location. So these were our unique photos. Papa was so cool. And so were the ghouls and everything. Oh, so we were on the left side here. We were pretty close. We're about here-ish. We had a good seats. We had good seats. And we stood for the entire show. Like as soon as the show started, everyone in our section stood up and we were like, okay, I guess we're standing. And then we just stood for the rest of the show. That was nice. Yeah, we were about right over there. Right over there, shrouded in darkness and mystery. I miss it. Wait, what did I do? Oh. So now you don't want to capture, huh? Are we in? I think we're in. I think we can bear witness to the pathologic ending. I can't wait to see Clara's ending. Can you guys see? I can't tell. Yeah, you can see. Okay, it is 2100, almost 22. We're gonna end this day, and then we're going to... I don't know. Do I go to Town Hall? Because Aglaya has told me... Aglaya's done with me. So maybe we go to Town Hall, and the commander will tell me what to do? We're gonna walk towards Town Hall. And then, I guess... Is there a place to sleep? I can sleep at Capella's if the quest doesn't start there. And then we'll just wait till I get a letter. Because no matter what, we're going to have plenty of time to finish all the quests today. That is the reality of Clara Route. You have plenty of time for anything.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
Maybe check on mommy either way? Okay. She kind of told me she wanted me to curl up and die in a hole or something. Go back to whence I came from. But I think everyone said something like that to me at one point.
Mutiny has flashed in the army.
Oh, okay. And why have you come to me? I know all I need to know about you now, Plague Incarnate. I'd like to tell you about a most amazing thing. Really? That's sweet. Will you tell me? Not that it matters, of course. We can preserve this town. The army will leave. There won't have to be any destruction. Wait, you're speaking too fast. I have different concerns at the moment. Actually, it's good that you're here. Can you run one final errand for me, and then tell me about your decision? The business I have at hand is urgent. Does she send me to go save the Haruspex from Oyen? What is this? Give this package to kind Bachelor Denkovsky. It says inside that he's been stripped of all authority and is accused of high treason. Should he open it in front of you and ask you what he is to do, advise him to shoot himself. Why so? I thought you were friends. What? Friends? No, of course not. The Bachelor has become no less formidable of an enemy of the town than Lady Sandpast. But why? You see, this town is a coherent structure, or, if you like, a living organism. It's both, depending on the observer. It's like a sequence of interconnected organs, or more exactly still, a clockwork mechanism. But as soon as a foreign object is introduced, everything begins to crumble. But what does the Bachelor have to do with it? Bachelor Denkovsky has had the audacity to question this obvious truth. Apparently, he intends to destroy the human settlement, that is, the town proper, an administrative and social constituent unit of our country, for the sake of chimeric abomination. For the sake of a chimeric abomination, I'm going to stop him. I'm telling you, I know a way to avoid destroying anything that's been constructed here. Whatever, just get the package to the Bachelor. We'll talk when you get back. Alright, give me the package. I must say, though, that I don't have the slightest idea where he's to be found now. I suppose his new ally is better informed of his plans. What new ally? Who but the iron-toothed General Ashes? The two destroyers now sing in unison. Getting 500,000 people killed is like putting a squiggle on paper to them. Don't worry, I'll find the Bachelor. He's the one who needs to worry, not me. You're getting in the way of me starting a cult. I'm supposed to run around and recruit all of the bound to die for me? To pledge their allegiance? But instead she has me running errands. Wait. Yeah, we're on day 11. This is basically the last day, isn't it? I know on day 12, you get to... I know in Haruspex route, we got to go speak to all of our bound to see what their futures were. Maybe that's what the cult is going to be like. That's the last time we get to talk to them and they lay down our lives for us. I guess the cult is a last day thing, possibly. Yeah, we'll get to it later. Because at the end of Haruspex route, all the children were telling us their plans for the future. But if these people are laying down their lives for us, they're not going to have plans. We're going to have final words. Did I say hi to everybody? I don't remember. Hello, Scolopendra. And Weevil and Trashcan. No, no, no. I thought that was a moving one. Who are you sparing? What? I'm allowed to spare somebody? Are you for real? Do I get to spare someone? I thought everybody had to die. You know, when I hear people talk about this, they say that it's a continuous human sacrifice thing. That I keep turning other people's blood into cures. But so far, I'm imagining it to be... I'm imagining that it's like a one and done thing. Like we make a bunch of cures and then the town is cured. So I guess the sand pest just never gets eradicated.
That does it.
Why are you here? I need to see the Bachelor. Is he with you? No, he's not here. And I wouldn't advise you to follow him where he's gone. Then where's that? The mutineers have captured some architect, one Andre Stomaton. Your Bachelor took the news to heart and decided to get him out. And where is all that happening? The mutiny. They seized a cannon and are holding position next to it. All of the mutineers are there now, except the ones who are busy looting. But don't you dare go there. They'll sort it out without you. And what about you? I'm gathering those who stayed true to their oath. As soon as I restore order among my troops, we'll launch an operation to retake the cannon. I'll personally lead the loyal units. It'll be too late. They'll have shot the Bachelor. I have no other choice. I'm in charge of maintaining order, and I have my own orders to follow. Moreover, my intuition is telling me that Bachelor Dinkowski will make it out of there alive. He's not the type to let himself get shot in the head easily. How can you say something like that? So, to the station? Trying to rescue the architect. He was captured by mutineers who took control of the field gun. Okay. This is a rescue mission today, apparently. Day 11 Bachelor's Peak. I do remember that there was a quest where... I think it was a side quest, though, where Bachelor went to the station and had to kill a bunch of people protecting a train car. I don't know if that's in relation to this at all, though. Have army soldiers always walk like that? They walk like they just shat their pants. I feel like I always see them standing around too, which is odd. And where's he going? Where did he get the decision to run? There's no enemy over there. Look at him go. God damn. Uh-oh. We can outrun whoever's behind me. They might have done this, to be honest. I'm assuming I don't get map markers anymore. Just go to the station, find the cannon. Also, I have a feeling I have enough cures to get the secret dev ending or whatever. And even if we don't, I'm going to cheat it in. Okay. I might get attacked on site here. And I don't really know who I'm supposed to speak with. Is this the cannon? Did they come with only one cannon? There's a group over there. Isn't this an attack on site area? Yes. That's not the train car, is it? I remember trying to get into that train car as a Haruspex. And they killed me too, just like this. Surely it's not this. They will shoot me. They will shoot me with bullets. I can transform blood, not bullets. Maybe it's the train car all the way back here. I know there's one all the way in the hills back here. Forbidden Zone. Is it Murky's car on the map? Yeah, it's here. That's it right there. Is it? I'm not understanding. He was captured by the mutineers who took control of the field gun. I think there's a soldier I need to talk to over there. One of the people standing around the gun, I think. I think I just chose the wrong one when I went up to it the first time. Okay, those ones are evil. What's in that train car? I'll never know. Hello? This guy's moving. I think that's a bug. What's going on here? Who are you? Are you on an errand? No, I'm Clara. I heal people. Listen, we have a wounded officer. They've taken cover behind those boulders over there, but he's got hit by 2 bullets. He might bleed to death. I'll dress his wounds. Where do you think you're going? Stay here. Don't poke out. Reinforcements are on their way. We're going to push them back. Your commander is wounded. There'll be no time for reinforcements. This guy? He said someone behind a boulder. Well, I have the healing touch. Love how he's completely buried in grass. If I can heal him, I'll give him a peaceful death, maybe. Her fingers are so long. Okay, is it over? That was interesting. Definitely done. I suppose I shouldn't ask too many questions. Thank you. Are you a sister of mercy? Exactly. There's no better way to describe what I do. You need to leave. You might get killed. You must know where your soldiers have been executing disturbers. There is an architect among them, who I need to see. We haven't executed anyone. It's what the mutineers do. But perhaps they didn't have enough time. They'd been in the middle of an execution and broke it off when we engaged them. Do you know who I'm talking about? I do. I think he's among the survivors. When the fighting began, when the fighting begun, I saw him with this aide the Inquisitor, this bachelor. The architect looked pale and was holding his side. The bachelor must have walked him home. Do you know where that is? Yes, you're in luck. Just yesterday, I went to arrest one of them. They're twin brothers, right? The place is over by the river, right behind the checkpoint. All this just to know they're in one of their houses. So they went to Peter's. Okay, they're either all in Peter's or all at the bar. We witness a little war. I think they're all at Peter's. Yep, Peter Stomaton's workshop. Okay. So could I have just gone to Peter's workshop and found them all there without having to engage with any of this? I can't wait to tell the Bachelor to shoot himself. He's had it coming, that demon. The Bitchular. Wasn't it Andre who called him the Bitchular in the first place? Oh, was it Smooth? The Smooth Man himself? I noticed that the quarantine fun facts video is almost at 1,000 views. That's nice. What are they running off to? They just suddenly start to run. Oh, were you infected last time? I don't remember him being infected. But apparently he is. Also, wasn't Peter infected as well? There's a ne'er-do-well over there. And I can't stop going forward. Can I sneak up to him? Is this a good idea? I think I needed to go to food stores. The twins do everything together. They get infected together. Well, it's a good thing that Maria and the Inquisitor have been giving me drugs. They are all here. Bachelor, I have very important news for you. You need to shoot yourself.
You look up. Fortune appears so blind to none as to those to whom she has done no good. That was an aphorism.
That was an aphorism. I'm not talking to you, Changeling, and I'll advise my brother against it too. I just need you to tell me a few things about the polyhedron, Andre. You can see for yourself that it's the acme of all human achievement. The tower is no chimera, no oddity, no trick, whatever heartless Daniel might think. It was made for people. It is needed by people. It has no meaning without people. Why the shouting? Why are you so passionate about it? Because he wants to leave it in a void, in icy solitude, like a unique butterfly preserved in formalin. Pinned to the step like to a piece of cardboard. No, I don't want that to happen. Who needs a victory like that? Don't despair, Andre. You're making a mistake by not trusting me.
You look up. And yet the structure is miraculous. There'll never be another one like this.
He's standing right here. The Bachelor will tell you everything. I can't talk right now. What is it, this polyhedron of yours? Why would I talk about it? What do you know about miracles? You say that you can perform them yourself, that you are that you are yourself a power capable of making miracles an everyday occurrence. Well, others aren't like that. Rarely do we get the chance to make the impossible happen. I want to save your tower. Save it then. Everything's in your hands now. That's why I'm asking you. Much as I'd like to tell you that it's inhabited by my fantasies and my dreams, it would be untrue. Children live there. Petty, pathetic, malicious, craving to imitate the grown-ups. But the place improves them. It makes them better. And that's why I don't object. Perhaps one day we'll harbor someone's dream. What's so bad about the children's dreams? Take a look outside. That's what's bad about them. Every child is capable of crossing over to the other side of reality, but few are able to bring back something beautiful, good, and magical. No, the tower is not for children. It's for lovers, dreamers, and poets. I believe you, Peter. Shoot yourself.
What?
How did you get here? I can walk through bullets and flames. Oh, okay.
This headache is splitting. I need some rest.
I've got some bad news from the Inquisitor. You've been stripped of your mandate, and I think she's going to get rid of you. So you're the harbinger of my doom. Or will you give me some advice on how to escape my well-deserved punishment? So, is it well-deserved? The Inquisitor won't forgive me for my treason. The only surprising thing is that she found out so soon. I've only just made the decision, and she knows already. That woman is indeed a devil, but in any case, I won't change my decision, even if it costs me my life. And what is your decision? I want to preserve the polyhedron, and I will preserve it, whatever it takes. And Aglaya wants it destroyed? Yes, and the sly schemer played me so well that, but for a lucky coincidence, I myself would have now desired it all above all else in the world. Her infernal design would have become my own discovery. Aglaya believes the polyhedron to be the cause of the outbreak. And that's not so? What does it matter? It may have been the reason the epidemic began, but it's not the reason it's still there. Destroying the tower won't stop it. One must not imagine a clash of supreme powers behind this. This is mechanics, not mysticism. That's what I've been trying to convince Peter of. And what does Peter say? He believes, as you probably know, that the epidemic is a punishment for the hubris he and his brother committed by building this masterpiece. However, he would also rather lose his life than his tower. It's too marvelous an achievement. Let all else burn. The tower must remain. Why? Because for the first time in human history, a structure has been built which, owing as much to engineering calculation as to a favorable concourse of circumstances, possesses a miraculous capacity for influencing the human consciousness. It can, if you like, store the dreams of children. How is that possible? That's the thing. The tower makes the impossible possible. I didn't believe it either until I saw for myself, but the fact remains. The children are unanimous in insisting that the tower reproduces that very spirit which turns childhood into the happiest time of human life. If that's true, it's indeed a miracle. Yes, the elusive dream worlds, the magical lands of fantasy, their first loves, the childhood games with their heroic deeds, their sieges and charges, escapes and transfigurations. It condenses them into a nodule of energy inside itself, which, being the creation of a child's fantasy, assumes an independent existence. What does that mean? I don't understand. Yes, this is a dream one can come back to, a fantasy unfolding in front of your eyes, a miracle that can be touched and held. There, inside it, things that are fleeting gifts in ordinary life can be captured. A tower like that should not be destroyed. I'm asking you for postponement. I know how to preserve the polyhedron. Everything else here will have to be destroyed, but this polyhedron can be saved. Tell Aglaya you haven't found me, and I'll find the argument to convince the commander. He'll let the polyhedron be with a clear conscience. The epidemic won't return if the tower stands. And you can prove it to him? Give me more time, and tomorrow I'll give you a package containing arguments for the commander. Can I doom him to death? I kind of want to. No, I'm not going to give you more time. Take this package, it's for you. Die, bachelor, such is your fate. I know he's not gonna die though. But I want to select this option. Die, bachelor. Wait. Then help me get rid of an enemy who's about to present Aglaya with a fateful argument which will leave the commander with no choice but to raise the polyhedron. Who's that? Burah, the Haruspex. He's due to finish some gruesome business today. If he succeeds, he and Aglaya will deceive Block. That is to say, Aglaya will do all the actual deceiving. Burah is a blind tool of hers, just like I was until recently. Why is he dangerous? They'll preserve the toxic town for the sake of saving Aglaya, and raise the polyhedron in order to have a culprit's head to present the powers that be with. They'll say the cause has been eliminated. Find him and stop him. Go do it yourself. If you've been able to save people from the firing squad, you'll have no trouble getting rid of the Haruspex. I must stay here and complete what I've started. I have too little time now. Can I fail the quest? I feel like I'm gonna fail today's quest if I choose the wrong dialogue here. I have other plans. Goodbye, bachelor. Dealing with Artemis is your business. I know, it still gives me the quest to...
Block will hesitate no longer.
The bachelor's willing to help me. He values these kinds of alliances dearly. He asked me to bring him Barak's head. Well, I don't know where he is. Will he tell me if I select better dialogue? Because it seems like that's what I have to do no matter what.
You look unhealthy.
Die. Alright, you have convinced me. That's the same thing. So what if I give him the package? I mean, I don't give him the package.
The wretched wound.
Alright, have it your way. I'll tell Aglaya I haven't found you. Oh, it doesn't matter. So I just have to find the Haruspex? Does anyone want to give me a tip? Where's the Haruspex? Have you heard word
The
of where the
children are
Haruspex
leading the
is?
polyhedron. Way to go.
What about you?
We easily.
If he's finishing up some gruesome business today, I assume that has to do with Oyen. But I don't want to walk through the Termitary if I don't have to. He could also be at his lair. I feel like those are the two. Time to check his regular place? Yeah, I'm thinking either Termitary or the workshop. But you know what's crazy is that I don't think I've ever seen the Haruspex at his workshop for this entire playthrough. He's always been elsewhere. But I'll go to the workshop first because I absolutely dread walking through the Termitary. I mean the abattoir. Yeah, he's never home. Whoa, there's a crowd over there. Isn't there a food store here too? I think I'm low on food. That egg just reminded me. Did any of you see, how interested are you guys in the what to watch segment of our community what's it called? Company update. How interested are you guys in that? I've decided I want to start recommending videos, or at least showcasing them. Move, damn it, move. Either like pathologic videos or just other videos. Because it's something I've done before. Come join the family. Come join the family. It's something I've done before. I've just posted in the community section about a pathologic related video and tell people to go watch it. But it's something I'd like to do a bit more. I saw Eat Only Eggs challenge today. Yeah, I watched a bit of it, not a lot of it. But if there's other people making pathologic content, they should be recognized. That's what I feel. If there's other people out there putting their effort into making videos for a game that's not likely to be seen, then they should have the chance to be seen. And I do want to get around to watching Benjesta's Metopia stream. I really only spent like a few minutes on that. Is he here? He is. Wow, okay.
Just give me more time. There's merely one last puzzle left to crack. The solution will save thousands.
Someone wants you dead, Artemi Barah. Tell me, what do you intend to do now? Are you the harbinger of my death? Well, that won't make me change my plans. I'm going to the abattoir. Foreman Oyen is waiting for me for the final trial. I don't expect to survive it anyway. But you have promised to help, haven't you? Who? Me? One of us is an idiot, right? I promised to help? You've just been here and said you know what trickery the foreman has prepared for me. You promised you'll be waiting where the foreman will have told me to go, and help me defeat him. That wasn't me. Tell me what the matter is. I want to ask the foreman about the mysteries concealed in the ritual of bovine sacrifice. I feel I have no other way to access those mysteries than by taking the foreman's place. Oyen will not give up his power without a fight. We're going to fight to the death. Do you think Foreman Oyen is one of the bound? Doubtlessly. He is a bad man, isn't he? I suspect he's a double-crossing murderer and usurper. That's why I can wish death upon him with a clear conscience. No, you can't kill him. I need him alive. No, I don't want anybody to die. And I need Oyen alive, too. I'm going to see him. You changed your plans quickly. A short while ago, you were much more bloodthirsty. I'll waste no time. My destiny awaits me at the abattoir. I'm going to face it with an open heart. Wait until the day ends. We'll see each other at the abattoir. I already had Oyen on my list of bound. Surely I should have known that he's a member of the bound. Clara, when she meets someone evil, I must have them alive. I must have them sacrifice themselves. So I wonder if Oyen dies in Bachelor Route. Is that even mentioned at all? Does Haruspex go through with killing him in Bachelor Route? Because I'm going to stop this happening here. And in Haruspex Route, it's needed him to die. We can manage without him. But he's a huge man. Think of all the blood. Oh god. The plague is coming as well. The plague. The Bachelor didn't even know about his existence? Oh god. I know that the Bachelor does go to the abattoir at some point, but then he gets fucked up. He gets his shit rocked, and then needs to get saved. My inventory is full. No, it's not. Why couldn't I buy that? Purchase this item. There we go. The nuts are good for trading. Do kids disappear? Are they gone already? I feel like I never see kids anyway. And you know what? I've been thinking about multi-streaming. I've wanted to stay away from Twitch, but I feel like it might be better to grow the channel if I started streaming on Twitch as well as YouTube. So I've been considering that. But if I do end up doing that, I still want to be like here on YouTube mainly. There's a rat behind me. I crave channel points. The thing is that, like, I've always wanted to keep my community in one place, and YouTube makes the most sense because I make YouTube videos. Not the best time to start streaming on Twitch right now? Really? Why not? I don't know about anything going on Twitch. But, I don't know. I wouldn't play around with the Twitch features too much because I want YouTube to be my main place. But the thing is, I'm also trying to think about how to get the second channel and the weird games going. Because I think even if I am putting out weird game videos, they're inherently just not going to get much views. Oh my god. I'm not meaning to walk into him. I always have this issue. I let go of W only in Pathologic. Only in Pathologic. My character just keeps walking for a few seconds more. Especially after I've been holding it for a minute. I bow to thee, mistress. You have come to take my life. I am prepared to sacrifice it. Did you call me mistress? Orton Burah and Oinan Rubin have told me of your miracles. She who can turn the blood of the children of Suak into the blood of Bos, Primingenius, is worthy of being titled our mistress. So you're prepared to give your life. Why? If you transform my blood with your hands, I'll part without regret with the life that I have lived and tainted. Let the good that comes out of my death give a meaning to my wasted life. Why do you say so? I say what I say and do what I do because I, Oyun, have failed to perform the rites and to carry the burden I took upon myself. I am not worthy of living. Many among the bound would tell you the same. Many? Yes. When they have agreed to give you their blood for transformation into the panacea, the kin will help you put that blood to use. You will have at your disposal the skills of the butchers, of all who know the lines, and the Abtor itself, Suak's womb. Rach will not oppose it. What makes you sure they'll agree? A mistress needs not ask. They have already accepted their fate. Let them serve their lady, the mistress of the humble. If you find several of such bound, who won't resent having to give up their meaningless lives, you will create enough vital humors to keep the town alive. Do you agree to take and transform my blood? Yes, if such is your desire. Finally, the lines did meet. The first of the fallen bound ones, the monstrous foreman, who won't hesitate to give his life, has recognized the mistress of the earth as me. He's willing to sacrifice himself for the possibility of a miracle. I can return to Barach now. I have freed the subterranean throne for him. It would be hilarious if he was the one I spared. He was like, yep, I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, you're here. Yeah, you're supposed to jump down there, but I've canceled his plans.
I'm tired.
What have you done here, spirit? I've talked to the foreman. You need to hear this. He's resigning and will soon hand his powers over to you. Did you make him do it? Yes. Why did he do it? Because everyone has a preordainment to fulfill. His is to be a sacrificial victim. You've turned out to be much more powerful than I thought. Why did you do this? Tell me what you're intending to do, Barah. I must make a blood sacrifice, but I haven't settled on one yet. I don't know who it was meant to be. I must decide. That moment is probably inevitable, and it will come soon. Dankovsky said Aglaya and you had agreed to tear down the polyhedron. I only want one thing, and that's to heal the town. The destruction of the polyhedron was necessary, seeing as I never hoped I would defeat the foreman. But that wasn't what happened, so what now? I know how to make a panacea out of blood and herbs. The trouble is that the right blood is very rarely found in nature. You shouldn't hate this town. It's beautiful. It hasn't lost its bond with the earth. It combines incompatible things. Different eras linger in it alongside each other. There are no towns like this anymore, and there hardly ever be again. Take heart. I'll give you blood. That is like the blood you seek. Where are you going to get it from? I transform blood with my hands. I'm a miracle worker, Burach. Yes, that sounds true enough. I believe you. What would you have me do? Promise me that when you become head of the kin, you'll help by creating as much panacea as will be needed to contain the disease. If this will save my town, I hereby agree. Tomorrow, I'll be able to back it up with arguments for Aglaya. She must submit a report on the decision reached in order to avoid being executed. Is that so? Yes. So tell Aglaya, let her in on your plan. I think she'll accept it. Alright, I'll do it. My plan will come to fruition. I am capable of taming the demons. Even though their hatred for each other remains, I can return to Aglaya now. I've converted the Haruspex. I love having a cult following. We have the Saburovs, we have Oyen, and we have the Haruspex on our side. Oh, do not walk into the pit. They don't count as viewers anymore, and apparently has something to do with like gift subs too, but I don't know what it's all about. I've heard that Twitch takes a bigger cut of donations than YouTube does. But I'm not getting donations, so I don't really care about that. And like bits or whatever. Maybe like bits is a scam or something. Like it's better to just give a streamer money than it is to buy bits and give them bits. Why don't they just regularly donate their blood? That is a very good question. Aglaya's gonna be so happy with our solution, right? Would she not? There was a plague. There's a plague. I'm infected. Because I couldn't stop moving. Where am I? Okay. So, are there no side quests for today? I mean, I know this is still not even the morning, but... Stop moving, stop moving. Not even the morning, but... The Bachelor and Haruspex were involved in the main quest today. It's day 11, embrace the infection? I will never. I've been traumatized from Haruspex route. I've had enough infection that route. Right, Sticky's infected as well. Antibiotics are for hoarding, not using. Anyway, yeah, Haruspex and Bachelor were involved in the main quest. So does that mean they won't be in the side quests, or does it just not matter? Oh lord. That's a little overkill for a rat. Notkin and... Get me out of here. What is this? I just walked into a store? There's a store next to Peter? Pharmacy. I didn't know that. Notkin and Maria give me side quests today? At least it's different from the usual. Oh, I thought I could squeeze on by. Never trust the roads. Oh, I thought I meant Notkin and Maria are infected, not quest givers. Okay. I need to remember. So, Stomatins, Maria Notkin. I don't think Murky was infected. I didn't really look at her train card when I went out there, but... yeah. I think she's good. Stomatins, Maria Notkin. There was somebody else, wasn't there? Sticky. Stomatins, Maria Notkin, Sticky. I might have enough cures for them. It doesn't matter. We're gonna have enough cures no matter what. I will cheat in cures. Because this is gonna be my last time playing Haruspex Route, and I want to see the super secret ending. I'm so intelligent. Howdy, what day are you on? We're on day 11. About to finish today's main quest, and then we'll do the side quests, and then we're gonna finish the game. Clara Route has been quite the ride. And it's forever changed how I view every single character in this game. And Clara. We're going to take a different way because my brain can't handle a stationary plague cloud. You can have some money, just because my reputation is low. And if I have anything for you, it's all yours. I'll take a tourniquet. Doesn't really matter to me. Never mind, my healing items are full. Yeah, it's barely finished, but still so good. In 10 years, when Pathologic Work comes out, all this is going to pay off. So well to see a fully realized Clara route. Oh god. Damn, he's just taking out everybody. Oh right, I could cure people too. Usually the infected people die before I can get to them though. Aglaya, I have a solution. The best solution. My bag of drugs have disappeared.
Mutiny has flashed in the army. The soldiers rebelled against the general.
Inquisitor Aglaya Lilich, I have a better solution than the one suggested by the Haruspex and Bachelor. Now I know for certain, it all fits. Well now, say what you have to say, instrument of the law. There's a way to preserve the town. It's hard to believe, but I'm certain of it. The disease will continue to exist too, but it will become completely harmless. It will be tamed, just like smallpox. I'll do this with my hands. I'm going to stay here. We can inoculate people, and people will survive. Okay. So there's no getting rid of the disease, I guess. We just now have a way to combat it. Do any of the roots get rid of the disease? I mean, Bachelor destroys the town and that destroys the disease, doesn't it? But doesn't Haruspex do a similar thing? He just creates a cure for it? But he shoots down the polyhedron in doing so, and then that makes the earth happy and that stops the disease, doesn't it? So is it just in Clara Route that the disease is preserved as well as everything else? Okay. I don't understand yet. Dr. Rubin has conducted a scientific study. He has ascertained that the plague hasn't killed Simon Kine after all. Simon's blood contained corpuscles that had made the disease harmless. When I heal someone with my hands, their blood becomes like that too. So you're going to cure everyone as they get infected. I wonder how you'll manage it with the population of many thousand at this rate of contagion, or the entire country's population if the disease escapes the town. No, of course I won't be enough. All the more because the blood needs to be predisposed. But there are people with this kind of blood who've agreed to spend themselves entirely on vaccines for everyone else. I'll show them to you tomorrow. So you're saying you'll be able to maintain this this unnatural blend, and even create a possibility for, oh my god, its further development through periodic transformation of some townspeople's blood, with a subsequent slaughtering of these people after the manner of what was done to Simon? Yes, that's correct. Are you really imagining yourself a miracle worker? I can perform a miracle. No one else can, which is why no one else thought of the same plan. Everyone believes miracles to be impossible. Another one. Nina was enough. She too used to sing about miracles, ended up turning the town into a pagan altar. You'd like to set up a bloody conveyor line in which you hold the key position, right? I won't let that happen. But enough. No more of this talk. Why are you so blind? Another obsessed idiot dragging thousands of victims into this very same trap. No, enough. Help me destroy the polyhedron or leave the town at once, or else I'll have you executed. But why destroy when everything can be preserved? It's the powers that be who want to preserve everything. That's the reason there's an epidemic. Who do you think you are? You're no miracle worker. You are an avatar of the plague. Do you understand? But instead of acting as an honest instrument of the law, You've stolen the fate of another. So that's why I'm a thief? That's why you're a thief. You're guilty of the theft of your own fate. You were never to try on this halo. It's as absurd as the hangman playing the miraculous rescuer while the execution is already ongoing. Awesome. So the thing I was actually just thinking about this the other day. About how Clara's labels as a thief, but it's never told what we stole. I stole my own fate? That's confusing me. Was this a fate meant for somebody else? I stole the fate of another, or am I stealing the fate of the bound for my ending? Now I understand everything. I'm going to give you an hour to leave the town, you little scum. I'm banishing the plague from this place, thereby accomplishing my mission. Out! And don't you dare look for a protector. No one's going to help you now. But we'll see. Holy shit. She does not like human sacrifice. This is the end. Aglaya commands me to leave the town at once. But why? What's wrong with my strategy? Is it because my plan answers the goals of the powers that be too well? What kind of an inquisitor is she? She's nothing but a vengeful, malicious imposter. What can I do now but collapse at the feet of the commander and beg for protection? Oh my god. I personally like to think that only the bachelor solution gets rid of the past. I think that may be the case. Who doesn't like a little human sacrifice? Hi, San. Welcome on in. Well, I gotta go ask for protection again. Even though the general has said, like, twice that he will protect me. So I get the feeling that she's more against my ending because it's something the powers that be would want. She said that the powers that be seek to preserve everything. And I think her knowing the truth of our reality is against what the powers that be and their fates actually are supposed to. Like, she's against the fates the powers that be have set for us all. So she's naturally, in disagreements with my ending. I could have just let you go. I could have just let you go. Yep, go. You really no-scope the rat. I remember back when I started and rats were a big problem for me. I'd be like, why are they taking so many hits? I can never put them down. Oh, oh! There was a crowd of 5 infected people here, and I thought it would be a good idea to walk past them. Of course plague clouds were gonna come out. They're the source of the plague clouds. What? You're supposed to target the lady, not me. Was that like a miss? Did you miss the lady and it went to me, or is he targeting me now? And also, if these knives one-shot me, they must be hitting me in the head. Oh my god. I just witnessed a murder. She died so dramatically in front of me. I must go this way, though. We're going to reset the area. I shouldn't get too close to you. That's why. I can't wait for the final day. Oh my god. The rats. The rats. And everybody is gone and there's no threat anywhere. That's what I need. Hi, I need protection again. Why are you here? The Inquisitor has ordered me to leave this town before the end of today. Why on earth did she do that? I've come up with a way to keep the town intact. All three of its parts. All three towns. The town of beasts, the town of men, and the town of children. But she said that as long as she's alive, that won't happen. And no surprise. So you've defied her plans? I think I have. She's bent on destroying the polyhedron. Yes. And the Bachelor was going to rescue this architect precisely in order to find out whether the town's brittle groundwork could withstand the bombardment if we had to level the residential areas. I know a way to preserve the town, but I need more time, a day at the very least. Indeed. This once again confirms that I was right about you. This is how a divine messenger would behave. I am your protector. Tell me what you want. I know of a number of people who have already resigned to their impending death. They even believe they deserve it. All I need is to find several volunteers among the bound. How many do you need? 7 at least. I could put not 7, but 77 men at your disposal. No. For one thing, they have to be bound. Not all people are the same. These ones have a rare blood type. Go and look for the ones you need then. I'll order my soldiers to defend you, should anyone dare to make an attempt at your life. It's a shame that so few have remained loyal, and there'll be even less after we crush the revolt completely. But we will persevere. Afterwards, come back to me and tell me if you've been successful. You don't want to destroy the town, do you? No, I don't. I'm prepared to sacrifice my career in order to avoid razing and killing this town. Why? I was born and raised in a town like this one. Firing at it is torture for me, but that isn't the main reason. I'm surprised to hear you talk like that. Everything in this town is precious. This place is symbolic. That which is below has left our world for good, having turned into lifeless bones, into museum pieces. That which is above will never come around again. It's a potential future that I don't want to lose. How do you know? The Haruspex has demonstrated the former to me, and the Bachelor the latter. Written into this town is the destiny of our entire country, and I feel that the Creator is watching me now as I'm making my choice. The part I am to play in the fate of this town will have an effect on the part I am to play in the fate of our country. I have felt the same. The final journey lies ahead. It's time to reap what we sow. The foreman was the first sacrifice. 6 more are needed. 7 sinners would be enough to save the town. It's time. It's time. I've always wanted to start a cult. Who do we choose? Who do we choose? I need 7. Our bound list has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Wait. 1, Grief, Ruben, Aspity, Yulia, Anna. Sabarovs. No. Okay. So you do get to save one. Please don't sacrifice Lara. Cult time? Oh my god, cult time, cult time. It's not my fault Lara's the closest. It's not my fault Lara's the closest. Lara would love to do good. Lara would love to do good. Oh my god. I gotta go talk to Lara at least. No? Save the smooth? Guys, Anna! You guys are not considering Anna. I should save Anna of all people. I need to consider things. I need to consider things. I at least need to speak with Lara about it first. Guys, I like Anna. To be fair, Lara is probably the person that would want to sacrifice herself the most, right? Hi. Can I kill you and extract all of your blood?
Bachelor saved Andres Stamatin from the soldiers.
Lara, listen to me. I am the harbinger of your death. You can choose what it will be like. What? Do I have to pack my things? I'm going to be executed, right? I just come to her and she's like, "Oh, it's over?" Oh, precious Lara. You know, this would be an entirely different feeling of asking Lara to sacrifice herself if this was Pathologic 2 Lara. Because they're so different. But this Lara, she's just like a good person. She's pretty normal. She just wants to do good deeds. Time to die, Lara. Oh, okay, sure. Okay, hold on. Let me think about it. I do want to read that again, but I want to look back at my list of bound. Yulia, we could spare. What is Yulia guilty of? There was one line that said she was behind it all? Was that it? There was like one line of text that was like, Yulia's behind it all. She was orchestrating things from behind the scenes, but it didn't explain anything more than that. Ruben? He's basically, he knows. Ruben's for sure we're sacrificing. I love Anna, guys. Mom and Dad already gave their lives to me. So did the foreman. I mean, honestly, it makes a lot of sense to just spare Lara. Because everybody else kind of deserves it. Does Aspity deserve it? What's the worst thing Aspity did? She led some riots. Can I kill everybody? Do I have to spare somebody? I want to see everyone's dialogue for killing them all. Okay. I want to fully read through this dialogue. Guys, I want to spare Anna. Is that wrong? I want to spare Anna. I want her to live. I love Anna.
Bachelor saved Andres Stamatin from the soldiers.
Whoops.
Was it a month?
No, Lara. No one wants you to die, not even I. But it can't be avoided. Will you agree to sacrifice yourself for the people's sake and be glorified as a champion of faith? Yes, that is exactly how I'd like to die. Perhaps it will further convince people of our family's nobleness. I shall lay my hands on you and give you a chance to die like Simon Kine died. If you agree, like he did, to give your blood to those in thirst. Was that really how Simon died? Yes. A drop of his blood is coursing through the veins of every person saved from the disease with the shot of the white vaccine. A good death. By what time do I have to have made up my mind? By tomorrow, Lara. As far as making up your mind goes. As for the dying, it will be when the time comes for your sacrifice. So do you agree? I agree. And you won't go back on your promise tomorrow? No. Don't you trust my word? I do, Lara. Farewell. Well, I mean, she's agreeing now, but they have until tomorrow to decide, really. Anna has done some pretty evil stuff, but I love Anna. I like her for it. So then do I just not visit the person I want to spare? Is that how this works? I know Anna deserves it, but I like her character so much. You know what? Lara said she's content with this.
Bachelor saved.
Lara, you are chosen. Let's go talk to Yulia. Isn't Yulia the one who created the humble philosophy in the first place? Is that truly the case? Excuse me, I'm having a fight here. Someone's swinging a knife at me and you're just walking on by casually. Okay, what does Yulia think about this? I'm willing to spare Yulia. Because I really don't see how she fits into being... truly don't understand how she fits into this all. Day 11, in which the Changeling realizes the true meaning of her name, and Clara loses the right to exist. I did lose the right to exist. That's hilarious, actually.
The most subtle folly grows out of the most subtle wisdom.
Here comes the girl destined to disprove my tripwires of fate theory. Yulia, listen to me. I am the harbinger of your death. You can choose what it will be like. I've already made my choice. I will succumb to the rheumatoid arthritis at roughly the same age Simon was when he passed away. There's a different way you can become like Simon. To become someone that much more like him. Will you agree to sacrifice yourself for the sake of the people and be glorified as a champion of faith? This doesn't sound like a bad idea at all. I wouldn't mind a finale this dramatic. She just doesn't mind. I'm gonna walk up to everybody and be like, "You want to join my cult and die and sacrifice yourself?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, why not? That sounds chill." Yeah, why not? Is anyone gonna put up a fight? Does anybody care? I shall lay my hands on you and give you a chance to die like Simon Kine died. If you agree, like he did, to give your blood to those in thirst. Those in thirst? Happy days. Don't you have many such associates? You're laughing, but you shouldn't. Simon's blood was used to create a medicine that has saved many from the infection. That's what I've heard. His blood was not consistent with any previously observed hematic biometry profile. I think I know what it is that you want now. But what gives you idea that my blood is uncommon in the same way? I don't think. I know it for certain. Do you agree then? Sure, why not? You know very well it's near impossible to refuse your requests. Makes me wonder why you even ask. And you won't go back on your promise tomorrow? You heard what I said, Clara. It is not in my nature to change my mind. I'd like to have a little recuperative shut-eye now, if you don't mind. Okay, now why would I spare anyone if they're all chill? If everyone's gonna be like, oh yeah, go ahead, take my life. Go ahead, I don't mind. Anna? Yulia's low-key a freak and I love her for it. Guys, I think I'm serious about
As for
sparing
mine,
Anna. Just gonna do a full hard save there, just in case. Just in case. Okay, so who's next on the list? Mom and Dad, who they've already said that they will do this for me. They knew of this. They knew it would come to this. Also, when we were talking to General Block, I was imagining that like maybe if Clara was a fully realized route, the Inquisitor would have had people actually hunting us down, and maybe like the actual army NPCs would be protecting us from them, which would have made this final day like super hard. I feel like that would have been interesting.
it is as if my temples were pierced with needles. Do something.
Katarina, listen to me. I am the harbinger of your death. You can choose what it will be like. Let me take a good look at you again, my dear girl. Yes, it all happened as preordained, and not as all as I anticipated. Yet again, I have nothing to reproach fate for, as all the signs are in place. A young mistress, my successor. How must I go? I'm not your successor. Hmm. So it seems like I'm always going to be able to call them out on their misdoings. Or I can call them a champion of faith. I can have them die as like guilty for all the wrongdoings they've done. Or I can give them one last, I don't know, like glimpse of hope. Let them die knowing that they're doing something good, instead of letting them die knowing that they did something bad. Would you like to die as a martyr and a champion of faith? Would you like to save thousands of lives instead of the thousands of lives you lost? Thousands of lost lives you bear the blame for? Yes, I would. I shall lay my hands on you and give you a chance to die like Simon Kine died. If you agree, like he did, to give your blood to those in thirst. And I shall depart into the land of shadows, not as a fiend fooled by a rat, but as a martyr who has paid for her sins with blood that can heal. I agree. It's a dignified death. Do what you must. It won't happen right now, but soon enough. Whatever you say, my dear girl. Do you agree? I do. When you become their ruler, be kind and fair. Stay true to yourself. Don't take the path Nina took. Work your miracles if you can, and don't yield to temptations. And you won't go back on your promise tomorrow? Of course not, silly girl. Till tomorrow then, Katerina. I could be wrong, but I think I remember that Aspity doesn't want to be sacrificed? Based on the H. Brahm essay, I genuinely thought Clara would be able to spare everyone without bloodshed. This is so much more grim.
The bulls vanished just as suddenly as it had appeared. A bad omen.
Listen to me. I am the harbinger of your death. You can choose what it will be like. Yes, everyone must pay their dues. It is fair that you should be the one bringing the news. I have betrayed and renounced you. Why did you do that? Because I had seen in you a sign of my defeat. It was no coincidence that you came to our house. The girl that doomed our entire town. I made one last attempt to avoid that path. I struggled to be defiant. In vain. What's doomed is doomed. Ashes to ashes. Dust to dust. No. Only my duty as a ruler compelled me to act as I have. You may not believe it, but over these days I have grown to love you. I have always wanted us to so badly have a daughter. A young Mistress Sapirova. You deserve to die. And yet I shall give you a death that will end your path as a ruler with honor, and allow you to fulfill your duty. Death will be a welcome way out for me. Your solution will be better than a bullet to the head, will it not? It will. I shall lay hands on you and give you a chance to die like Simon Kine died. If you agree, like he did, to give your blood to those in thirst. How will it happen? Every drop of your blood will be turned a medicine that can save the town. You will have accomplished your mission as a ruler. Is it the best death I could wish for? Better than the most humane mercy? So you agree? I agree, and I am grateful to you. And you won't go back on your promise tomorrow. Of course. And now excuse me, Clara. I'd like to be alone. Farewell. I still require 2 bound ones willing to give their lives. I mean, she said at least 7. Can I send everybody to their deaths? Anyway, Papa's not going to be here to take care of the rats anymore. We're going to have to stick together. Your mama will take care of you, don't you worry. We have such a big family. I didn't realize how big the family was getting. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna let them loose in the cathedral when I tell them my ending. I will, even if my fake real parents are gonna be dead and sacrificed, I'll have a new family to take care of me. And seeing as grief is the most out of the way, it seems like he's gonna be the one I end up sparing, because I want to see all this dialogue and I want to talk to everybody. And I kind of want to doom everybody. Is there anyone on this side of the town who is not infected? Because literally, that would be an easier way to think of this. Let's go check on Grace when I go to Aspity. That'll save me some time tomorrow. Or no, because someone could get infected by tomorrow and I wouldn't know. Oh, Anna, I would spare you if I
This
could,
child was crying there.
but I don't want to walk around all around this town all over again. Listen to me, Anna. I am the harbinger of your death. You can choose what it will be like. I want my death to be painless. Can you make me die without suffering? Would you like to die a champion and a martyr? Would you like to save thousands of children's lives? Is that even possible? I shall lay my hands on you and give you a chance to die like Simon Kine died. If you agree, like he did, to give your blood to those in thirst. Are you going to take my blood? All of it, Anna. You will feel no pain, only joy. I believe you. Do you agree? If you promise me that my name will be remembered kindly, let me be remembered as a singer. And you won't go back on your promise tomorrow? No, I won't. We'll all die, Anna. Rejoice, for I am giving you the longest deferment. Anna didn't put up a fight. She was like, oh, it's gonna be a nice death? Not one that's painful? And I'll be remembered the way I'd like to be remembered? This is literally so funny. I just go door to door and being like, I am your harbinger of death. And they're like, oh, all right. Okay, cool. Cool. I'll be remembered as a super sick person, actually, despite all my misdoings. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Oh, right. Wait, it said you only need 2 more, but you still haven't talked to Anna, Oyen, Aspity, Ruben, and Grief. Does that mean you can spare 3? Well, Oyen was the first. Maybe it means I can spare 2 then. Wait until tomorrow. Yeah, because I need to go see Ruben. Ruben and Grief. Ruben, Grief, and Aspity are left, and it says I only need 1 more. So that leaves 2 people left. I'm gonna talk to them all anyway. Hopefully. Let's do it. Don't do this to me. We'll do another hard save here. Because theoretically, Aspity would be the last on my list, and she might end the quest for me, but I would like to talk to everybody.
The soldiers rose up against one another. They say it's because of the bull.
You win, don't you? Aspity, listen to me. I am the harbinger of your death. You can choose what it will be like. Isn't that a little presumptuous? I may yet be the harbinger of yours. Pointless bravado. Or are you trying to save face? No, not at all. Well then, let's get started. Will I have time to curse you before I die? Okay. Depends on what you choose. Would you like, instead of returning to the earth, to dissolve into the people of the kin and serve Barah, its new foreman? Hey, that sounds attractive. Yes, I'd prefer a death like that to any other. Was it your doing? Yes. Tell me what you would want from me. I shall lay my hands on you and give you the chance to die like Simon Kine died. If you agree, like he did, to give your blood to those in thirst. What does Simon have to do with it? The human who tried on the head of Boss will forever remain human, even if the head did fit. I'm already flesh of his flesh. Are you going to give me his blood too? I can see in your eyes that you know the answer already. I do. Well, such is my fate, it seems. Will the sacrifice be made the moment you lay your hands on me? I won't let you get away. So do you agree? Do I have a choice, mistress? I can't escape you. You do have a choice. The sacrifice must be voluntary, or it will be pointless. I agree regardless. I like this finale. It seems quite natural. You're scaring me. It's the outcome no one has been able to predict. Okay, I'm curious as to now, what if I don't give them the good ending? What if I say she's to become a Shabnak? She's to die known as a Shabnak, a creature of clay and bones. Will they have any different dialogue? Will they be like, oh, I don't want to die like that? That doesn't sound appealing to me. Because I think I'm choosing the dialogue that they're all reacting like, oh yeah, that sounds pretty good.
The soldiers rose.
I'm being pretty convincing. Would you like to go back into the earth that you came from as ashes, bones, and mud for a Shabnak to be molded out of them later? Doesn't sound too tempting. Still, it's in your power, mistress. Are there other ways? Okay, so then she's just like, well, that doesn't sound too good, but what choice do I have? It's gonna happen anyway. Aspie just seems resigned, I guess. So then, does that end the quest? This is the end. Aglaya commands me to leave the town at once, but why? What's wrong with my strategy? Oh, go back to the commander now? Okay. I might have to end up reloading. But I want to see if I can even go talk to Garif and Ruben about this. Or if it has to be before I finish get the last person. Are you gonna go back and spare Anna now that you have an extra? We might. Honestly, I think I'm gonna start cheating a little bit. I know how to fly around the town. I might just do that. It'll just save me a little time, honestly. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna reload again and run all over and do this all again. I already did this. I think I'm allowed to cheat a little bit, just to speed things up a bit. Yeah, we're about to go crazy cheater mode. Crazy speedrunner mode, actually. Grief is not... Grief is on the other side. You guys are gonna see speedrun strats like you've never seen before. That is not a way to go. Oh, that's a way to go. Hello, I would like more sacrificial victims.
Many a one says ill.
Yeah, I
that
can do
seeks
this.
well.
Okay. Listen to me, Grief. I am the harbinger of your death. What it will be like is up to you. I've been expecting something like that. One can spot a mistress to be from a verst away. Do the speaking, then. I'm all ears. Do you want to die a champion, a martyr, and savior to your people? Yes, mistress. That's exactly how I'd like to die. Like I ever could. I'm going to lay my hands on you and give you a chance to die as Simon Kine died. If you agree to sate the thirsty with your blood, like he did. Simon was a demigod. His blood. I've heard from Stock about his blood. His was no blood of a human. There's blue blood, and then there's silver blood, eh? And that's what his was. I'll lay my hands on you, and your veins will be filled with golden and silver and blue blood. Cut yourself and you'll see. With blood like that, cutting myself would be wasteful. So you agree? I do. Do I even have a choice? Indeed. I'll ever be grateful to you. And you won't renounce that tomorrow? I won't, mistress. You better not. Goodbye. I'm a little confused. Is this the actual decision here? Or will the actual decision be made tomorrow? Like, are we just talking about this? Or are these people actually going to die? Will I see them die? Will I see these people die? Or is this just kind of a thing, like a lore thing, really? Like, not something I'll actually see come to fruition, but things that we're just talking about. Like, am I going to see the consequences of my actions? Or is Clara ending just going to happen? Like, I'll see the cutscene happen, and it'll be like, yeah, these people died, but I don't know. I want this to feel... I'm not sure if this is going to feel real to me, is what I'm thinking about. Like, if I'm only ever told that these people are going to die just because I'm talking to them now, then I don't know, it feels like incomplete.
I'd rather not go looking for another hideout.
Listen to me, Sta. I am the harbinger of your death. You can choose what it will be like. Well, that's fair. Simon's murderer deserves to die. I was just going to wait for Maria to reach the zenith of her power. I'm curious what punishment the mistress would have chosen for me. But I suppose your idea will be more interesting still. There is, after all, a mystical power within you too. Would you like to die like Simon died? Would you like to emulate him? That would be most fair. Are you going to lay your hands on me? Yes. Alright, just remember you have to work with healthy people. It's important. I'll gladly become your first volunteer. If you find others among your bound, make sure they're in good health. And if they were sick and have been healed, some time must pass first. Why? The cells must renew themselves. It doesn't take long, though. Has the Inquisitor endorsed the solution? I've endorsed it, and that's what matters. Also make sure the Bachelor survives. He knows the secret of the vaccine, as well as Barach, the Haruspex, who knows how to work with the ingredients. Good. It's a wise course of action. If you succeed and save the town, it will be a genuine miracle. Will you stand by these words tomorrow? Of course. Any time is necessary. Then I'll see you tomorrow, Stach. See, like, the thing I'm thinking is, like, what's the point of sparing someone? Am I gonna get dialogue from them? Is there gonna be any reference to the in this last day that that person was spared at all? Because then I might as well tell them all to die. Like, if I don't see the actual ramifications of this happen, it's like, why not? I don't know. Does this make sense? Incomplete is Clara's route. Incomplete in Clara's route, sure. And they're all chill about it too. They don't mind. So why not? Yeah, the spare option adds spice to the quest. But I feel like ultimately it doesn't matter. Yeah, in-game there's no difference. Please stop. Wow, okay. It's interesting. In Pathologic 2, I never got the sense that this is what Clara was doing during those days. Wait, how far back am I? 801? 802? Damn, what? I didn't save in that long? We love speedrun strats. Did that work? Oh! Oh, I'm so fast! We love speedrunning this game. This is just speedrunning. This is normal. This is normal speedrun tech. 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 Oh! Normal speedrun tech, I say, as I glide around town. As I drift into Grief's warehouse. Anyway, I was gonna say, imagining this happening in Pathologic 2 hits completely differently. Because in Pathologic 2, the characters, like Lara has failed her assassination attempt. Did Lara even reference it at all, that she had anything going on with the general? Maybe that's something in the Bachelor route or something, but I feel like Lara didn't tell me a single thing. Lara didn't tell me a single thing about revenge or her father. But in Pathologic 2, assuming she stopped, her having failed, or even her having succeeded, gives a whole new light to her being accepting of her life being over. She got revenge for her family name. Or she failed to. Which is all the more reason for her to accept the end of her life. And the same with Grief. Like, Grief has been completely broken. And he started viewing the entire reality differently. Ruben's reasons were pretty much the same. He's been pretty much the same character in both games. Oyen pretty much the same as well. Let me go! You're kidding. Okay, I saved. I was gonna say Clara has to fly again. Didn't know Clara can fly. It's one of her powers. She's always been able to do this. Wait, what? Can you actually get Lara to kill Block? Maybe you can't. Maybe I'm misremembering that. I think if she even tries the assassination attempt, she fails. And then she gets killed. Yeah, in Pathologic 2. So either way, she fails. Please. But I don't think you see much of the other Clara's bound. Pathologic 2. See how different they would have reacted.
We need to go back to the front.
I found the 7 people. That quickly? Yes, I'm quick. I can fly, don't you know? That's one of my powers. I can change people's blood, I can cure the plague, I can heal people, and I can fly. That's always been one of my abilities. You've just been here and said that there were sinners in this town. 9 in total who could sacrifice themselves for the cause of obtaining transformed blood. Sadly, you said some of them were already incurably ill. You even hinted that their disease had been a consequence of your visit. What? You named names. Ruben, Foreman Oyen, The Sabarovs? I've heard about those. Then Anna, Yulia, Aspidi, Lara, and Grief. You said some of them were ill now. But it wasn't me. My eyes weren't lying to me. It was you. You described the way you can transform their blood so that it could be used to create a vaccine for the entire population. You left, and came back a quarter of a minute later. No, it was her again! My abhorrent doppelganger. It was she who infected my bound. Tomorrow, you'll have time to bring them back to life. Excuse me? It's the only hope I have left. What? Are they all actually infected? That's crazy. That's crazy. The preparations are complete. Tomorrow the miracle may come to pass. I would be happy beyond measure, were it not for the awkward premonition that freezes my heart still. I can perform miracles, just let me. Are they all infected? No. What? I don't have all the cures for them. I don't have all the cures. I need 7 cures. I have 2 Schmouters. I have 5 cures. Is that 3 Panaceas? Lara. Lara, please don't be infected. I'm coming to Lara. The game literally did not give me enough. Are they all going to be infected tomorrow? What? Well, let's see if we get any letters. It's almost time for the final day. Miradorm lasts for 5 hours. Looks like we got a letter. Oh yeah, the same. Okay, so 1 final panacea. That bumped me up to 6 though. It was just as if she was waiting for me. For as soon as my eyes were shut, she appeared before me. They have betrayed me, she said. My faithfuls have given me up. I only have you now, my soul, my inseparable connection. I would have asked you to join me, but I have no notion of where my feet have taken me. Frightened, I fled the theater. I ran down the stairs and came to a place which seemed hard to stumble upon. I concealed myself there, in a small house between the 2 largest ones. There's no way I can come near the windows, and there's no one here to answer my cries. The Haruspex is in danger again. He's somewhere by the works. I think in the adjacent district. There's a large house surrounded by 3 smaller ones. He's in either of the 4. Block is looking for the Bachelor. I am on the verge of despair, Clara. There are hardly any men left who are faithful to me. Patricides. Patch? Is that an L? Patrocles? Patrocles? I can't tell if that's an L. Have betrayed me, and is now leading the mutineers. I'm getting more exhausted with every passing hour. The Bachelor's in the stone yard now, somewhere close to the tombs where he is mourning Maria. Tell him he is being hunted. The Haruspex is searching. I don't care. I just want the panacea. Do I care? Do I care for the padding for today? Do I care for today's padding? No. I want to see the end of the game. But first, we must get a panacea. Okay, Clara said she left the theater, went down the stairs. These stairs. She's talking about these stairs. And then a small house between 2 large houses. So this one, maybe? She also said it was hard to get into. Small house between 2 larger ones. I think it's that one. I think I know the building. This way. gotta find Clara, then the Haruspex. So this building? Is it not this one? I think there's one more room to search. Was there one more room? Let's do one more sweep. Nope. What other building could she be talking about? Maybe this one? Or maybe this one. This building was already used, though, to find the Bachelor another day. Let me read the note again. Is she actually in the theater district? Are there like a few steps when you exit the theater? Because then she might actually be there. I ran down the stairs and came to a place which seemed hard to stumble upon. See, I don't know if there's literally like 2 or 3 steps at the entrance to the theater. Maybe it's this building. Let's go take a look. Because like there could literally be like a step like this that she's talking about. Hi, Sauce Maker. Are there stairs there? I can't see yet. Hard to get to is a good hint. There are stairs at the theater, so she could have been talking about those. Let's take a look at this building, I think. This doesn't seem very hard to get to, though. Maybe this one, then? It's in the back, not connected to any road. Hard to get to. This? Technically, this is down the stairs outside the theater. If this is in an infected area, it's in kind of an odd place. No direct road touching it. She said it's small, so I'm assuming it's not one of these double houses. In a small house between 2 larger ones. I think we're gonna go look at this one. Child. Been so long. Do I even need ammo anymore? Okay, this was the building I was looking at. But is this even in an infected? It is. And it doesn't actually seem that hard to get to. But we'll try it. I thought that table was her. Oh yeah, she's here. Okay, now the difficult part is making it to the very end of this building without getting infected. Maybe I can outrun the plague cloud there. Where does it spawn even? In here, in here. Talk to me and let me leave. Go away. Stay here. Darn. Is it gonna spawn there again? Spawn there this time. There's nowhere to go here. There's always using a panacea on myself. Or just staying infected. But navigating the army soldiers is gonna be such a pain if I'm infected. Okay, I think it spawned downstairs this time. It did. I need you to despawn. How long will you chase me for? It stopped. I need to race it to the entrance before it comes back up. I'm getting stuck on the furnishings. Damn it. Go. It spawned back in so fast. This one's coming farther than the other one came. Oh god. Can you gobble down a bunch of immunity boosters? I still do not understand how that even works. I do have some. Do immunity boosters really give me a chance to not acquire the plague? Will it let me tank a plague cloud? I never tested that. The plague mechanics have always confused me, especially the immunity mechanics. There we go, max immunity. I assume... Am I infected? It popped up in the infection, but it's very low. I need a flamethrower to help me out. To tell me if I'm infected or not, because I really can't tell. Well, now I am for sure, so. Oh, whoops. You need at least some clothes. I think I have some. I have something. I'm pretty sure I've had them equipped as well. Repellent cape. Drapery. They're both broken. Okay, let's just go for it. It was that easy, huh? It was that easy, huh? Okay, that works. Now we just need to find the Haruspex. He's somewhere by the works. I think in the adjacent district. There is a large house surrounded by 3 smaller ones there. Okay, I don't know exactly what's meant by the works. I assume this is the works. Assuming this is the works, including this too, because that's obviously wrapped in with this area being all burned. The adjacent district could either mean this infected district, which he is in an infected district, so it has to be this infected district, actually. And then a large house surrounded by smaller houses, was that what she said? Small house between larger ones. Assuming this is the district, what house is she talking about? Because these all seem to be small houses besides for these 3 in a row here. Wait. Works. Large house surrounded by 3 smaller ones there. Either, okay, so 4 actually. I think he's just in one of these 4 houses. Works is only the factories. So you're telling me this little patch of houses that are burned here is just another district that's burned? This whole thing here is a district? And it's just coincidence that both of these are burned? Well, I forget. Is he also in an infected district or no? Because then he could be in this district. I'll just start walking. I'm very confused right now. There's not an obvious answer to me. I do enjoy me some scavenger hunt, though. Children. Children. It's been years. I don't think I even need anything. Unless you're a teensy, I don't care. Oh, actually, I do care. I need bullets. In order to get through the Haruspex area. I should have bought that bullet earlier. Well, there's one. Well, let me review my other letters. Because I genuinely don't remember if he's has to be in an infected district or in a burned district. How long ago did this start happening? It doesn't specify. Oh, wait. Okay, so yeah, the districts with robbers and looters, so then it must be this one. Okay, so assuming our letter... This one... Large house surrounded by 3 smaller ones. There's the shop, which is a large house, and this one. Maybe it's one of these 3? We'll try those. No, right? But if I start an immediate fight, that's because of looters. Yeah, these buildings don't look like they're included, even though they're on the edge. Maybe it is included. Are these buildings burned? The map would say otherwise. So that means the 3 surrounding districts could be these. Did I get another letter? Oh, it's just the bell. Okay, let's try that one. I'm gonna try every building here. This one in front of me, and then the one across. I didn't try this one, and I can try these. It feels like I'm in the wrong area. This doesn't feel right. I think it's better to go back the way I came. I can try these 3. That one as well. Did I try that one? How do I access that one? Did I miss the door on that side? God damn it, I'm gonna have to go around again. This is the one building I didn't try because I didn't see the door, apparently. Andy, have you played Fear and Hunger? No, I have not. I'm a little nervous about Fear and Hunger because, you know, it's one of those games people say you should play if you play Pathologic. But then, people said you should play Disco Elysium, and I didn't really like that one as much. Didn't really like Disco Elysium. Because they basically have the same knowledge about both of them, which is nothing, and just that you should play them if you like Pathologic. The entrance is on the opposite side? How do I... Okay, we're going all the way around. Why is this building impossible to enter? There it is. Wait, did I not go in there? I think I might have bought Fear and Hunger, though, already. I think I got it on sale at some point. Okay. All right. The one building that's oh so difficult to enter. I missed. Oh, come on. I think I need him to be facing me. I think that'd be easier to get a headshot. Because I think I'm technically hitting his back. I think it's in part because he hangs his head down, and also because I'm shorter than him. Hello. Where are the others? I got scared. Well, I know he's upstairs. Anyone else? Oh, you're stuck. There we go. Haruspex is probably upstairs. There you are.
The soldiers rose up against one another.
My sister. I'll draw you a map.
I think I have.
And also, you can get out of here, even though I'm not going to finish the quest. Okay, that's it for today. I don't care about collecting the reward. With a friend, it was the opposite. She loved Fear and Hunger, and I said she should play Pathologic, and she liked it. Fear and Hunger is difficult and bleak like Pathologic. I do love me a difficult game. Oh yeah, Fear and Hunger has some weird game vibes to it, so it's more likely I'll enjoy it. Weird game vibes are very important to me. Very important. Okay, we will see if all my bound are infected tomorrow. That's gonna actually be crazy if that's the case. But that's it for today. Actually, I'm going to take this moment to be right back. So go get a drink, grab a snack, do whatever it is you gotta do, but I will be right back, guys. Alright. Oh, whoops. Accidentally got rid of the game capture source instead of the be right back screen. Gotta make sure you guys can see first.
Silence is golden.
It looks like you can see. I think. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're ready for day 11. Or last day. And also, I'm growing a little bit impatient of walking all around the town. So we're going to have to call upon Clara's divine powers. Her divine powers.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
They're not infected. So what was that about? What was that about? What was that? What was that dialogue about? I'm confused. Where am I? Go towards the river. That's where Anna's place is. Not infected. Aspity was not infected. Literally to troll me, because what was that about? That could have been a legitimate good gameplay design choice. Like, literally like how the Haruspex works in Pathologic 2. Like, you need to spend your final day to make sure everyone's alive. It really was just a troll, wasn't it? Anyway, the town's empty, there's no threats. I might as well get around a little faster. Clara's always been able to do this. This is one of her powers. Anyway, I know where I'm supposed to go today. Did I get a letter? No. Hi. You came too early. The queens of this chessboard are assembling to decide the fate of what remains of the sorry little town at 7 p.m. Right now, the cathedral is closed. Right, I forgot. I guess we sleep a bit more. I know I'm supposed to get letters today as well from the other healers to tell me to make sure that everyone is alive and well for their ending. I'm not doing anything until I get a letter. The morning is done. The morning of the 12th day has come. Today is the final day. You have less than 14 hours to make the right choice. Day 12, in which it becomes possible to do the impossible. I'm so ready for Clara ending. I'm so ready. The Haruspex says goodbye. The Beakheads say you're the only one to have figured out how the true victory can be achieved. They believe that you alone can prevail. This may be true. This may well be true. They know many things that I don't. What I do know, however, is that they are rotten to their core. I have found my own path to victory. I think. Believe it or not, it is simple. We don't reject it in a hurry. But don't reject it in a hurry. Perhaps this is also the only way for you to save yourself. Rah. Does that mean go see him? Will he tell me? He kind of already told me, but... The town is clear! The town is clean! It's not a side quest. So it's not 7 p.m. yet. But it is daytime. Anything different going on here? No. Okay, back to bed. I'm not gonna... I mean, I am going to cure everybody, but I'd like the quest to do so active. Are they gonna tell me that they need their people alive, or what? No letter? No letter? Oh, I just missed it. The Bachelor says goodbye. A high-flying bird you've become. The executors are watching you, barely able to hide a smile, and I don't like their smirks one bit. Soon enough, you're going to see that they were not smiling because they were happy for you. Beware. If you may, we were both trapped. Each one of us has suffered a tailor-made deception. They say you are not like me, and this is not something I would argue with. Moreover, I've just found out something utterly ridiculous about myself. Hopefully, your fate will not be a reiteration of my own. Be very careful anyway. Self-assurance is your worst enemy. I've learned of at least one way to achieve victory. Perhaps it may well work enough for you. Come see me if you will. Give me the benefit of the doubt, so to speak. Daniil Danilevich Denkovsky. Oh, Dr. Daniil Denkovsky. That would make sense. So I guess that was an invitation to go see Haruspex.
The wretched wound has opened.
Personally, I like Daniil Denkovsky. Blimey! Look who's here. The Demon Huntress. I hope you've got your stake of aspen wood with you. And silver. Lots of it. You're still a slave to your worldview. Indeed? As it happens, I've discovered the meaning of my freedom. Of course you have, liar. So listen how my plot's unfolded. As you probably know, I've been deceived 3 times by people I've sincerely trusted. First, the powers that be, then the Inquisitor, and now, finally, I found out what the point of the whole affair is. I'm a plaything, and so undoubtedly are you. I know already. So what now? I suppose you suggest that I leave it to you to decide? Of course. How did you know? What? For your sake, you're a plaything. Of course not. For the town's sake. There are no bachelors and no towns here, blind man. There's just you and you are my past. Meaning that, technically, there's just me and I. Then the I that's me is the better one. No way, bachelor. Don't rush to conclusions. I'm on the verge of making my final discovery. In a nutshell, I feel I've been imbued with more meaning than is apparent to me. As if anything could be apparent to you, you are a bodily frame devoid of soul and will. You are not capable of understanding a thing at this point. Self-denial is the meaning here, silly. Deny yourself and you win. Yes, that's how it is. That's the essence of my discovery. How banal, even bordering on trite, don't you think? Isn't that also the essence of your supposed miracle? Assuming, of course, that Reuben described it to me accurately. I can make any miracle happen, Bachelor. That is my essence. Really? Then could you please make it so that I could show up to the council and present the commander with arguments in favor of the following arrangements? The corrupt town disappears from the face of the earth, and the polyhedron stays. It's aseptic, and damn it, it's simply worthy of preserving. What does that require? Not a lot, but not little either. I'll come to the cathedral on the condition that I'm certain of the survival of the people to whom I'm about to devote my time. Are you willing to help me there? I'll try to do something. How do I know who your bound are? I wrote to you about them the other day, but in case you lost that letter, I'll tell you how to spot them. They all want one thing, and that's to preserve the marvelous tower. Nothing else matters to them. Wait for my return. The final proceedings. Okay. Time to run around town and cure everybody. It's so bright. Oh my god. It feels so long since I've seen normal weather in this town. Let's go check on the kinds. Not infected. Not infected. Infected. I have a schmouter. This will cripple them for the rest of their life. It will burn all along the insides. It will burn all their insides along with the plague. Are you sure you want to save them from disease at this cost? Yes. Yes. Cripple Maria for the rest of her life. I don't give a damn. She's my enemy and I'm a mistress. Give it to her. Anyone else around here? Eva's gone. Don't bother with Vlad. Mark doesn't matter. Gotta go check on Capella. All of my bound are good. I'm so good at this game. You guys love speedrunning. Capella's good. Next we have the twins and Sticky. I have to give someone a schmouter. It'll be Entree, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to have to give one to any of the kids. Have a panacea. Oh, I guess that was all of Bachelor's done. Oh, farewell message from the powers that be. Clara, we want to say goodbye to you. Farewell. You've been the most interesting one to play with. If you want to come talk to us, come over to the polyhedron. Be careful not to mix the facets. We're at the very bottom, in the middle of it. Count to 5 and you will see us under the lamp. 9 of your friends have gathered here. What? My bound? They too want to say goodbye. Did you speak to them yet? Remember, they are scared and they miss you. Measly and Thrush. Wait, that just gave me chills. Are they really there with the powers that be? Because that's crazy. Where's Sticky? Next, we have to check... Where are the other kids in town? Notkin? Taya! Damn it. Okay. Check on Taya. Oh, it's a reminder to speak with people? Oh, to get more lore. Okay, okay. Taya seems fine. Whoops. I feel like I got so lucky this run. Or did I just get really unlucky in my Haruspex playthrough? Because I have enough. I have enough for everyone. Why are you guys still here? Everyone's gone home, except for the termitary workers. Right, we should speak to our people. Let's go see Mom and Dad as well. Well, first of all, Mom and Dad.
My path was called the restoration of power. I wanted to bring strength and dignity back to our country. I could have become the ruler if not for the plague.
I bowed at the mistress of the earth. I'm not yet sure I'll want to accept that title. A mistress is not a title. Once you've crossed a certain line, you'll become the person everything hinges upon. How you will use this gift is a difficult matter, but you are no longer in a position to refuse it. So what disposition are you going to make of our town? Do you have any parting advice to give me? You are truly a saint. Or could my reason be so clouded with grief that I fail to hear the sarcasm in your voice? No, I wouldn't want to think so. So you do really want to hear a few behests from me? Yes. I'll do what you weren't able to do, Father. After all, the adverse fortunes that marred your brief tenure as a ruler were quite extraordinary. Then I will be concise. First, find someone among the Kynes or the Ogimskis on whom you could rely as on yourself. Let them preside over the Bull Project. Let them send reports to the capital. Metropolitan bureaucrats are the greatest menace. They doze off from the freight trains. They doze off when the freight trains arrive on schedule, but wake up the moment something goes wrong. Why is that a threat for us? They will not let us build our way of life the way it was intended. The brittle magic of our community will be trampled underfoot. Our erstwhile blissful existence will be irrevocably gone. Everything will be completely different. New people will arrive, and the deadening power of the state will lay down its own law. Here, do not let that happen, as we didn't let it happen before. Will I be able to do it? You'll do fine. You'll devote yourself to other things. You'll be spinning your yarn, while your chosen reagent must be cunning. You must learn to mislead them, to mask our distinctiveness. You must not let them develop the northeast line any further east than the Gorkin estuary. You must be cautious. I understand, Father. You're tired. You need some rest now. Okay. A bit of parting advice on how to run a town from Dad.
My stomach hurts as if I was filled with straw.
I bowed at the mistress of the earth. For as long as you're alive, you'll remain the mistress. It's I who bow to you. Heed my final advice, daughter. Be smart. Don't repeat my mistakes. You will not be alone here. I just thought of a question. So if Katerina was never a mistress, and all of her divinations and prophecies were coming from the Rat Prophet, did she start calling herself a mistress before or after the Rat Prophet started feeding her these lies? Because then how long has the Rat Prophet been doing this to her for? Because she genuinely thought did she genuinely think she was a mistress, or did she know she was lying about it, and then eventually she started hearing words from the Rat Prophet? I'm sure they don't explain that, though. Maria is ascending to the fullness of her powers right now. Well, I don't think I have to worry about that because I gave her Schmouter and she's crippled for life. I got that checked off the list, Mother. I know how to deal with fellow mistresses. At the same time as you. Whilst Capella, the tardy one, will take a few more years to awaken. Do you understand what this means? No, not quite. What? A period of your antagonism with Maria is beginning. Along what lines will it be? Which of you will be the good one, and which one wicked? Will it be up to the kinds once again to determine the meaning of good and evil? How are you to take the good path if Maria doesn't choose the evil one? Why divide everything into good and evil right away? Could that have been your mistake? Our mistake? That was what I thought when I chose my own dark path. I thought the conflict was not between good and evil, that neither good nor evil existed. That wasn't true, for it is the nature of humans to translate even a dichotomy of red and green into the language of good battling evil. We are doomed to make choices. No, Mother. That's not what the ongoing battle is about. Trust me. Good and evil do not and will not exist today, even if the town is laid to waste.
Matchmaker.
But did you really choose evil? I now think I did. Nina could control it at the time, and I couldn't. Nor was Nina wearing the black tiara. But don't put your trust in what is more alluring, more attractive. This is usually where evil lies. And yet, I'd still like to ask about my sister. Did she exist, or didn't she? Back then, a week ago. What kind of answer would you like me to give? A truthful one. She didn't, daughter. We had you and only you. You showed up many times, and were different each time. Oh, I love having more answers to what's going on with Clara. Oh, there's 7 different possibilities. I know, a mistress cannot lie. So then she says that it was me the whole time. Always me. Never another physical person, but always the same person. Probably before, but the idea is that
I used to sing every
she's from one of the big
evening.
families, so it's a happy coincidence she started getting stuff right.
If there's enough people like me, the town will stay the same. We'll surrender ourselves to Clara unregretted. A rotten life belongs to the new mistress.
I bow to the mistress of the earth. Look at me, Anna. You're afraid, aren't you? Look at me, Clara. Why did I chance to cross your path? What do you think? Could it be so that I could sing an ode to fear and give you a vivid example of what that leads to? Why are you talking like that all of a sudden? What's the matter with you? Or is someone hiding behind the curtain over there? I am an embodiment of fear. I live in a world that's made of fear entirely. I may not have become a singer, but I've become the voice of fear. And fear has an unpleasant voice, shrill, whiny, capricious, utterly unmusical. So if you're like that, why did our paths cross? Probably to prevent you from becoming like me. A voice, an entrancing voice, sweet as a dream, and beckoning, is what you and I have in common. Do you understand? That's where we intersect. Not the caravan, not at all. Forget the caravan. You, on the other hand, won't stop thinking about it. You're hiding something, Anna. You're still hiding something. What is this caravan? How did it get here? Ask the powers that be. You've paid them a visit already, haven't you? They'll tell you what the plague is for and what the caravan is for. It's their games. Why do you know about this? Fair enough, fair enough. But which means it's not all that important in the end. Fear and hunger reference? So is it going to hurt a lot when it's my turn? Would you like to be the first or the last? Last? Or not? I suppose it's better to get it over with at once. No, wait. I'll tell you later, alright? better still, just sneak in unnoticed sometime, will you? Maybe it's better if we do it that way. Maybe I'll come after you forget about this. Was there anybody else? I gotta go see Aspity.
Perhaps turning inside out will help?
I bow to you, mistress of the earth. Well, sister, it's time to say our farewells. So it is. Can't say I'm not glad. Why? Everyone's glad to see me. What could possibly make me glad to see you? You're my more successful rival. You have become what I couldn't. I'm jealous of you. There's nothing to be jealous about, silly. I've gone from a saint to a priestess of blood. A miraculous meat grinder. Oh, yes, I wanted it to be me. Me striding across the town in triumph. Me going from house to house, carrying death on my black wings. Me choosing who deserves retribution. An enviable role, that. But look at what I've become instead. A slave to the kin. A household familiar. A keeper of relics. That's not true. I'm not like that. I chose a different fate for myself. Come on. What's done is done. It's not like one could choose one fates retroactively, or change that part of it which has already been fulfilled. One could. I can. That's what these things called miracles are about.
Perhaps.
Tell me, would you like to trade places with me? Oh, yeah. But isn't it something to be proud of? I was saving the seat of power for a worthy successor, but I couldn't save that successor's subjects. You've killed them. I've saved who I could, and I will save even more. Okay. Let's go see if Grace is okay. Yeah? Where's Notkin? Is that it? I have one more panacea. Let's go check on Murky. Murky did get infected. Wow, okay. But I think she's the last one. Because all that's left is Grief and Ruben, and they're both mine. Oh, I was supposed to see the Haruspex. I was wondering why they didn't get checked off. You can't hide from me anymore. There's nothing in here. The train car was a lie.
The town can be cleansed. I know how to make enough panacea now.
So, do you still think I'm a demon? It appears that you've been helpful. Without you, Ruben wouldn't have discovered what my calling was. And in the meantime, I've realized what my mission is. Yes, please do tell me. It's very interesting. How did you wriggle out of that trap? I didn't. I'm a hero. Better to be trapped a hero than flee a cripple. Than free a cripple, isn't it? Oh, really? The Bachelor at least figured out he was a puppet. And I'm not a puppet. Must be because I never figured it out. What else do you plan on surprising me with? Do you really not care? I'm not a toy changeling. I am Artemi Barah, a Haruspex who knows the lines, a warden who has fulfilled his mission and reconciled his father's spirit with the earth, and has made the correct choice. That's who I am. Do you understand? So you're a believer in salvation through ignorance? I must admit I'm a bit confused, but it was for the better. It allowed me to escape the iron grip of my preordainment. I'm content with being able to choose with my heart. The creators of this dilemma had limited your choice to 2 options. I'm content with as much regardless. If you gave me a chance to choose, you can be sure I'll choose the most humane solution. The most human one. The town will suffer. The town is an instrument. It was made for humans, not the other way around. But you're not human! What makes you think so? I'm as human as they come, and no amount of your insults will change that. Wait, I think I'm beginning to understand you. And now, yes. Now I see you're closer to victory than me. Really? Then I could present the commander with arguments in favor of a proposal that would preserve the town at the cost of destroying the tower. It is a wise arrangement, and, as my heart tells me, a lasting one. I'm thinking about the future of my community. What will you need for it? If my confidants are alive, I'll come. I don't see any obstacles to it. But are you sure they really are alive? Yes, your confidants are alive and, well, I'll see you at the council, Barah. The Haruspex will come to the cathedral. Alright, just gotta check in with Grief and Ruben. Grief is somewhere here. This is Notkin, so he's over here.
What?
I bow to thee, mistress of the earth. Not out of fear, I hope. Out of love, little tot. Pure love. All white and crunchy like freshly starched linen and all. Come on, think about it. Who do I gotta go fearing? No one. For as you've most correctly guessed, I ain't feared barley, too. And the fear you'd ask? Just for show. Although I do fear myself, I suppose. Have you really changed so much? And for this alone, these 12 days have been worth living. Back then, you see, you figured out the sheer scale of my nastiness, just how much of a villain I was, didn't ya? And then you just froze in place, and my heart sank and sank. And my heart sank in. I thought so much for ever being forgiven. That's a little tot that's gonna condemn me, but you didn't. You forgave me, and I was never the same again. I'd be happy to give my life for you now. I swear to God, on my own accord. Happy? Honestly? You won't find a more faithful servant from now on. No, ma'am. For I have repented. All my cutthroats would die for you too. What is your command, mistress? My life for you. Me becoming like Simon? Could I even have imagined? But even the old man could never become someone like you. Please stop talking like that. Hey, who are we when you come to think about it? What are we? A bunch of walking corpses we are. Condemned to death the moment we were born. A bunch of dolls in the hands of the powers that be, eh? And you two, you're the real humans. But he, Simon, was a proud human, you see. So it's for our sake that he'd made himself into what he was. And you, Holy Dove, you've surpassed him, for our sake as well. Have I really? We don't know that yet. Okay. That's a loyal cult member if I've ever seen one. We did a good job with him. We did a good job with him.
My path was called the Warden. I've committed sacrilege and fed the town with its fruit. To think I used to be a fierce soldier.
I gotta go have fun finishing the game. Alright, Robin and stuff. Hope you have a good rest of your day. I bow to thee, mistress of the earth. So tell me, what's it going to be like when, the time comes? And brainwashed just like Pathologic Too Smooth. It was destiny. Do you want the exact details? I'm going to have to settle down here, aren't I? Block is inviting you to come along. He'd like to take you away with his army, right? Let's get straight to the point. How many years will one person last us? Well then, this is how I see it. We will be vigilant at all times. As soon as there's a new outbreak somewhere, we will board up that house at once, or that district, if need be. Thankfully, it can be done, given the peculiar town planning here. My master did that 5 years ago. You will immediately pick someone from among your bound, and... I want to ask both of these questions. How long will that one person last us? I don't know. Possibly forever. It's said that the town's survival hinges on the 7 righteous ones. You said yourself that 7 would be enough. So, you think all I have to do is just lay my hands on them once, and it'll be done? I don't think once will be enough, and you'll have to do it in public, to avoid rumors and speculations. At any rate, I'll make the extracts and see what happens. We'll try this and that. Alright, Sta. I've understood your plan. You're going to have to be last in that chain.
It'll take them a long time to find me here.
That's not the issue. Block is inviting you to come along. He'd like to take you away with his army, right? That's not the issue. But you can be in both places at once, can't you? Such is your nature. You'll stay here with us forever, and at the same time you'll go to war, alongside Block and his army. Your nature could easily allow there to be 2 of you. Don't bring that up again. I'm not the plague. I wasn't referring to that. What then? What's your take on all this? Well then, this is how I see it. What if they refuse to become a donor? They won't. Once they've given consent, they'll stay true to their word. Or else, our being bound would amount to nothing. So you think all you have to do is lay my hands on them? Okay. Ah, that sounds a bit too mechanical, for lack of a better word. Your role in this is a mechanical one. Ask the masked executors. They're already excitingly sharing details with each other. What's that supposed to mean? My role? What role? I don't know. That's up to you. So we've gone full circle? Interesting. I thought we were just gonna kill them all immediately right now. And then just have a stockpile of blood. But I guess someone will have to die right now. Someone will have to die as soon as the Inquisitor agrees with me. Just to cure the current plague in town, and then every time it comes back again, someone else will step up. But then what happens when we run out of the bound? Like, I only have the 8 of them. I need to return to the Bachelor. I guess maybe at that time more bound will have become. There will have been more bound in the town. Alright, he's going to the cathedral. Just gotta see the powers that be. I did speak to everyone, right? I hope I did. Oh, I may need to be physical for this to work. Wait, can I just do fly off? Does that work? Fly on. Oh, that does work. Okay, that's easy. Hi, Con. Any words?
My path was called High Day. If not for the plague, I rebel against the grown-ups. I would have instilled children's dictatorship. Capella's idea was better.
If you didn't take care of me, who would breathe life into our town again? I will have so many things to do in 5 or 10 years. Thank you. Thank you. You think this town is still able to take a new lease on life? Definitely. It won't be easy, of course, but life has to be fought for. Otherwise, it's not real. Do not tear off the umbilical cord that has been feeding all of us since the beginning of time. These things are already going extinct almost everywhere. Is it really worth the effort to do your best for the sake of such a wretched place? And what about my friends? I won't be able to do anything without them. Are they alive? Is it possible to visit them already? I don't know. I wanted to take care of only you. Okay. Not entirely sure what that conversation was about. Here's what I'm wondering. At the end, when you pick the ending, don't you see the powers that be physically interact with the town? With their sandbox town? What if you just ignore the powers that be and don't meet them? Does that just mean you don't have the context for that cutscene, or does that cutscene not play? Okay. So, I've been told that if everyone is alive and well, then I think there's another ending, or the powers that be acknowledge it here. I think it's that one. I think they're gonna have some kind of line of dialogue about everybody being alive. I don't really know exactly how it works, but I know there's something special for if everybody is alive. And that is the case currently. So we'll see if this is it or not. Why are you here? Go away, I'm scared. You're scary. Scared? Why are you scared, little girl? What did you say your name was? Oh, Thrush. Thrush. See, that's a very fitting name. Did you make it up for the game? Uh-huh. So I don't catch the disease. So you're afraid of a plague disease? How could you possibly catch it? Anything can happen. One doesn't trifle with such changes, you know. Sometimes it's all fun and games till it happens for real. That's what I keep telling Measley, but he wouldn't listen. Well, he's picked himself quite a witching name, too. Just in case. How old are you, child? I don't know. Not old. And you may be a great big dummy, but we're still the same height. It's because I'm hunkering. That's why we're the same height, see? Clara's here. Hi, Clara. So, you're not a changeling anymore? What kind of question is that? Uh-oh. You're not going to hurt us, are you? I just asked because I was curious. Not anymore, I've changed. Now I'm a real miracle worker. Then we've got to go home, too. Was this a good game? What do you think? Actually, it wasn't your game, kid. Okay. I mean, I get that I already had the conversation with them earlier, but I was expecting a little more from them here. A letter from the makers. Please do come by to meet us all at the theater if you have a spare minute. We'd like to have a rather inconsequential but mature talk with you. We apologize in advance for for the inconvenience. The people who executed the whole thing. This is it. The people who executed the whole thing. Hi there. Thanks for visiting us. Go on in. You're being awaited. Cutscene? They're taking a bow. The real game is what's happening between you and us. That was an official warning I had to make. I warned the previous... Is this a typo? Characters too? But they went straight for questions. Such boring people. Why did you put me in a position like this? What was the split personality gimmick all about? In fact, it was much gimmickier than a mere split personality. It was the gimmick of choosing one's own fate, a logical and temporal conundrum, a Mobius strip of events, a backup plan, and it seems to have worked. Clara is the game's main protagonist, and so is the Sand Dirt. So is the Utopia. What was the point of this whole affair? What was the pestilence for? You see, we're conducting an experience of sorts. We find the inevitability worrying and oppressive. We wanted to see for ourselves just how flawed the idea of constructing a sarcophagus for a miracle, or perhaps not a sarcophagus, but a space in which a miracle would always be possible. Why Changeling? Because that's what she is. It's her nature, and she'll stay true to it until the end. Well, almost until the end. Seeing as she is the only one with the miracle option, don't miss it. And what about the Haruspex and the Bachelor? What are they for then? They haven't performed any miracles, but both had a chance to accomplish a heroic feat of a different sort, and prove or disprove a number of slippery points in the process. The Bachelor? Attempted destroyer. He could have accomplished a feat of moral heroism, the strongest, the most straightforward. He was too strongly tempted by vengeance and destruction for his not going through with it to be any less than miracle or something close to one. So that was the easiest option? Yes, it was, perhaps. The simplest solution, and the most emotional one. Behind its veneer of calculation, 3 deceptions, one after another. Gradual disillusionment, bitterness, a desire to retaliate against the oppressors, predictable obstinacy, and a contrarian decision. Does he at least have a chance to defeat you? Depends on what he understood, doesn't it? Surely you two have had a conversation already. How profoundly has he been enlightened, this sophisticated gentleman? He seems to have found a way into the focus and realized he was a toy. Ah, I see. He should better bring somebody else to the cathedral then. As I've already said, his trajectory is so designed as to make it difficult for him to abandon his arrangements, except by a lapse of judgment. But we're not concerned with that. Indeed? And why the hell are you planning beforehand which decision will be free and which won't be? There's no escaping from this loop. As long as you're here, this will last forever. That's why we initially planned a pure destruction for our dearest changeling, which would obviously include our own destruction. You know all this philosophical stuff, don't you? The truth is liberation, ephemeral things, the wheel of rebirth. Nonsense. I don't believe in that. That's nice to hear. So what am I supposed to do? We surmise that this paradox can be resolved, but that's just a hypothesis. Hint. In your case, only, out of the 3. Why? I'll soon find the answer to this question. Oh, that would be the outcome we hoped for the most. Oh no, don't lie. I'd still like a hint. If this is the situation with my invariant, then how am I different? Now then, what have you understood, sweetie? It's all been clear to me for a while now. I know there's no one here except me and you, and that you left this place a long time ago. That which is talking to me is your pitiful residue. Come now, what makes you say that? We have, after all, kept ourselves a function and not a constant. Don't try to be smart. I don't understand such words. Still the changeling? That deeply immersed in the character? I was joking. Speak to my colleague. He's your invariant. Yours, not the changeling's. I want to know what kind of miracle I can perform myself. You swear it's genuine, right? Shall we tell you? Brace yourself. We're going to actually tell you. Yes, tell me. Well, initially, we were going to rest content with just the destruction, but then we quickly slapped together a different ending, which had the sacrificial miracle in it. On the whole, though, we didn't really plan anything, to be honest. There just wasn't enough time to think it through. Fantastic, now be quiet. I know where I'm going next. Really? They didn't think through Changeling's ending at all? They just slapped it together quickly? It feels so well thought out, though. It's such a good story. And it's something that wasn't as thought out as the other endings? Well, you know everything about us already. Now that you've got this far, you're much more powerful than us. Who was Clara the Graveborn? The one who raised her hands first. She was indeed conceived as the disease, an instrument of the law, but she was born a thief. At the very moment of her birth, she got a chance to become someone completely different. The girl came into this world, having stolen for herself the fate of a miracle worker. The last talk rage bait. And his sister, did she really exist? Of course not. The same being sang in two different voices. You had made her up yourself. Don't you remember when? It was a falsehood. Enough. I've seen her. I've talked to her. Is this you talking to us now, or not? Who is speaking? Me, the player. Then it shouldn't surprise you that at a certain moments, you were seeing Clara in front of you, right? Hang on. Here's the important part. Who's she? The twin? The one that doesn't exist? Seeing as the plague girl invented her in order to save her life and dodge an accusation, she is in fact the saint and miracle worker. What? Then how can we be talking about anything resembling a choice? Why not? The changeling, not knowing who she was herself, had fallen into our mirror trap. It was a surprise, even to the children who were playing with her, so it was a conundrum. Why, there's no point in hiding that we hadn't expected it either, so maybe, just maybe... How? Hadn't you made provisions for every circumstance beforehand? When she first performed a lesser miracle, we were ourselves astonished. We never thought it could work. It shouldn't have. I see. In fact, nothing should have worked for you at all. Okay. Not nearly enough of my questions were answered, but that is the way of Pathologic Classic. I imagined the conversation would be more insightful. Okay, well, it's time for the ending. And yet, though, because the cathedral is closed. I will sleep in the bedroom of my enemy. That should be good. I'm so lazy I can't even walk anywhere anymore. Come, Changeling. The Assembly is awaiting your decision. The queens of this chessboard are in a deadlock. They have each other pinned down. The game may very well end in a tragic stalemate. You're the promoted pawn, and it's the endgame. Go and finish it. I know, I know. You don't have to bother explaining. I love Clara so much. I love hitting a T-post. She's here! She's here and you can all bear witness. I'm not crazy. I'm not a schizophrenic. I'm not a schizophrenic as you suggested. Well, let's speak to you, the creature. The creature is here.
Talk about now.
It's good that you found me and approached me. Now you will have to perform the sacrament for which for which you, changeling, thief, saint, sandpest, envoy of the law and harbinger, came into this world. Are you ready? Who am I, sister? That is exactly what's about to be ascertained, and you're the only one who can ascertain it. That's the essence of the sacrament. By establishing the present, you will establish the past. With that which is yet to be done, you will establish that which has seemed to have been done beforehand. It has only worked the opposite way before. Who are you? I do exist, sister, but in a transient way. For now, you are still the disease, and I am the persecuted saint. The problem is, there's no me yet. I'm a figment of your imagination, a consequence of a lie you told. And yet how wonderful that lie itself turned out to be. Theft had made a miracle possible. What must I do? The Inquisitor and the Commander, the Haruspex and the Bachelor, and then more conflict across these lines. All of them are bent on destroying what they detest. If you want to perform a miracle, remove the threat to each of the town's organs. Now you're tempting me. Do you want me to kill? You are free to choose your fate. Now is your time to decide who you've been all along. It's only from the law's perspective that you're the disease, but you don't recognize the law. You're a thief. You escape the law by stealing for yourself the path of a miracle worker. You'll defeat it by performing a genuine miracle. And you? What's going to happen to you? I'll accept a destiny you have rejected, and I'll vanish at once, because I don't belong on this earth. Go, sister. Make your choice. Do not tarry. I feel like I'm being deceived.
However astute, you are unable to.
Okay. What's your proposal?
The contaminated town will have to be destroyed. It's sodden with the sand dirt that can't be eradicated.
Stop. Hear me out before you approach Block. Speak. You're going to talk about your plan, aren't you? Yes. I admit I had ulterior motives here. I'd be glad if you didn't have to wreck the town. I might even believe the Ripper, wild though the idea may be. But the only thing he wants is to remove Aglaya from his prophecy. What are you talking about? What prophecy? The king demands that he kill her. She is his sacrifice. Without it, they won't acknowledge him as a foreman and a warden. He wants to deceive both them and fate, and to frame the matter differently, he wants to kill the polyhedron. What? Is it alive? Why do you put it like that? Yes, I love the polyhedron. It is alive, no less alive than the earth, and is worthy of love. It too is inhabited by a collective body. It too is infused with a divine essence. It too is the dwelling place of a soul, if you like. Don't fret, Bachelor. I know what you're driven by. So you're leaving the decision to me? But what's the point? Do tell me. And be careful. A lot will depend on your answer. The point in this case, the winner will be love, right? No. Mere humanity. Any thought of it, even malicious, and yet still a living one. We win and you lose here. See? You see? You're wrong. Go, there's your Eva, crying by the railing. You'll be the only one who sees her.
I'm tired.
The town can be cleansed. I know how to make enough panacea now.
There's one last thing I want to tell you. Yes? I haven't settled on my sacrificial victim yet. Keep that in mind, alright? What are you talking about? My principal goal is not to destroy the polyhedron, but to heal the town. What are you getting at? Hence, I would recommend you turn your attention to Dankovsky, who intends to destroy the town. Touch him. But I'm not the plague and not a murderer. What's a touch from me going to do to him? Alright, let's not argue in here. Will you let me decide? You know, I've seen all of this already, so what's the difference? Nothing's changed. If you really think so, step aside. Let me make the decision. If you don't understand anything, then mine and the Bachelor's decisions are inherently better than yours. And mine is, of course, better than the Bachelor's. Why so? There's more feeling in it. No, not more, just as much, or as little.
Have you met a courier on the way?
You have no business being here, Changeling. You shouldn't have come. We've been doing just fine without you. I'm sure you have. I feel sorry for you, Aglaya Lilich. You are an instrument of the law. At least keep that in mind now that you've changed to be able to make the choice here. Don't try to be something greater than you are. That's the best you could do in your position. You're wrong, Aglaya Lilich. I could do a lot in my position. You want to settle scores with me, is that it? I haven't observed any logic in your words and action, Aglaya Lilich. If I was an instrument of the law, why did you banish me? Because you had yielded to a temptation. You had embarked on a perverse course of action to preserve this outrageous synthesis, which is nothing but a death machine, and to add more deaths to the tally for the sake of its preservation. Your words had also led astray the Bachelor and the Haruspex, to whom I had taken such pains to explain the real state of affairs. You'll never understand this, because you are a sacrificial victim, passionately seeking to avoid her lot, so don't judge your superiors, even though you've been invested with the power to judge and to punish them. Well, enough idle blather. Since you've already turned up and made a farce out of this council, decide quickly and let's be done with it. We're not going to hear anything worthwhile here. Yes, I don't like ceremony and circumlocution either. Circumlocution? Okay.
The weapon security must be tightened.
Well then, let us commence. I'm going to ask you formally, in order to get this over with quicker. One word from you and it happens. So you are positive that it was neither greed, nor plotting, nor circumstance that has informed your decision, but your conscience alone. I've been given orders to level everything here, but if this isn't necessary, I'll trust you on it. My trust for you is infinite. Okay, this is the choice. There's no need to destroy anything. We can do all together without gunfire and preserve the world as it is, even though many think it impossible. Good. Do you really know a way to preserve the town? What if I said no? I've made up my own mind. If your answer is no, I'll find a way to reconcile with that. Perhaps after a while, I'll realize what I didn't realize now. Now you surprised me too. Imagine that. I was almost thinking... I hereby announce that the choice has been made. What? The council is dismissed. The choice has been made. Now everything's been resolved? I wanted to choose the funny option. Okay, well, did I do a full save? I need a full save here. Yay? Does that mean he was just gonna level the town then?
Where are the orderlies? Those lazy bastards.
Yes, I'm restoring the chain of creation. I'm giving Simon back to this town. I'm closing the chain. I hereby declare that from now on... I hereby declare that from now on, only goodwill, love, and dedication shall time and time again be the safeguards of this tiny world's existence. Would you like to know how I'm going to do it? I hereby announce that the choice has been made. The council is dismissed. Choice has been made. Everything's been resolved. Clara ending! Cults! Cults and sacrifice! Cults and sacrificial victims! The best ending! Everything can be preserved. No blood has to be shed except for the blood of a select few who devote themselves to me. The cat I'm taking care of is enraptured by this stream. That's interesting. I can never get my cat to pay attention to any screen. Clara ending! The best ending! What's with the general, though? The music for this ending is so fitting, too. Are they kneeling to...
You did it? It was a free choice. We acknowledge the victory of the player.
It is indeed miraculous. The exit is clear. It shouldn't have happened. The miracle must be real.
Yeah, they aren't kneeling. Were they laying down their lives for the continuation of the town? Because they were, like, dead in front of a sandbox. And we know that the sandbox is the town. So they were giving up their lives for the town? Are they, like, future bound people? Who gets sacrificially killed? Maybe? That's how I'm interpreting that. Well, they acknowledge my choice. And I guess that is it. Are these dolls always positioned like this? 8 dolls? Is that how many members I had in my bound? And then what's with these dolls? 2 of them are beheaded. I really hope Pathologic 3 has a beautiful ending like this. Like, they don't even have to say anything, just like... backflip consequences. Are you serious? Does my deaths reflect in the dolls there? Or are you saying the dolls did backflips? And they lost their heads? Oh! We've been live for almost 4 hours today. Well then. I guess that's it for today. We are officially done with Pathologic Classic HD. And that's a wrap for Clara route. Literally my favorite route. Like, she has changed forever how I view so much of the pathologic world. And she's, like I put in the title, she's genuinely my favorite character now. You know, I used to say the Haruspex was, but that's just because I played Pathologic 2 first. And I got to know the most about him. But Bachelor? I don't think so. I know enough about the Bachelor route that me playing through it is gonna be boring for me. There's always a chance I'll return in the future, but I am more comfortable with Pathologic 2 stuff. So if I want to return to do like specific stuff with Pathologic, it's gonna be in Pathologic 2. Anyway, I guess that's it for today, guys. Let's see. We have a weird game. I think Friday? Friday's our weird game stream. And I might have a video done, not for the public though, for the members. I'd have a video out for members, and then public will be way later, very soon. But yeah, I guess that's it today. Yeah, I miss Pathologic. I still gotta come up with something for us to do for next week. Anyway, okay, that's it, everybody. Thank you all for being here and hanging out, and talking in chat. But that is it. Goodbye, everybody.